My name is Lisa Kobe. I'm the IT manager for Constellation Software Engineering. I will have been with the company going on 6 years come December. I started with them as far as ISO. I believe it may have been 3 years ago when we began our ISO venture. We started out with 20,000 and 27K or 27K. At that time, we had someone else in place who was handling all the ISO, but he wasn't really catching on to it. And he's now outside of the company contracting, doing something else. So I took on the extra work because most of it deals with IT and I have all the information for IT. So my background is I've been in IT for 15 plus years, right out of college. I'm back in college again for cybersecurity. So a lot of the information that I'm learning in my courses has a lot to do with ISO security. And I believe that's 27K. So that's where I'm at within the company.
That's excellent. Excellent. Good to hear that you are getting into the cybersecurity. That's a pretty hot field, right? That's great. Okay. And are you aware about why did Constellation started looking into ISO and CMMI?
Yes, we started looking into CMMI because it's kind of required for the government contracts out there. They're starting in order to get the best contracts. They want you to be at least at level 3 of CMMI. And we are there. We just needed to have it documented and get, take care of, get it appraised and go from there to make it official. So even though we were being proactive in doing the things, now we can say, yes, we are doing it and we can confirm it. So.
Gotcha. What type of services did you acquire with Sync Resource? What are the standards?
Well, right now we're on 27K and 20,000. We will be rolling in 9,001 service as soon as our contract is up. But I was asked to ask you guys, is it possible to start that venture before our contract ends? Or are you not allowed to have more than one service for a particular standard? So that's a question that was asked of me yesterday. We wanted to go ahead and see how we could get it started now instead of waiting till the contract.
Yeah, as far as I understand, the standards can be integrated, but we'll keep that discussion after this call, and I can go in detail with you on that.
Okay.
What about CMMI? I believe we are also working with you on CMMI.
Yes, you are working with us on CMMI. We are currently in the implementation with that. I've been working with Sunita. She's currently doing the mappings of the files to the correct processes right now. So we started that in June. We're hoping to have it done the end of August. So that's where we're at there.
Nice, very nice. And how far we are on CMMC?
CMMC, we actually completed CMMC. We're at the level where we uploaded all the information to the appropriate website. I can't remember the website, but we've done CMMC. That part is done.
Okay, very good. Was Sync Resource helpful in CMMC as well?
Oh, definitely. Sunita, she helped guide me through on exactly what I needed to focus on and how to map the things that I'm doing with those processes. So yes.
Excellent. In general, can you describe the services, the expertise, the experience you're getting with Sync Resource so far? I think it's been what, 2-3 years now?
Yes.
Almost 3 years.
Well, when I first started out, I had no clue about the standards. Then we went to Sunita suggested some training to go to. So we went to some training for it. And then I've also been doing training in Cybery. I'm not sure if you've heard of that. It's an online service. And I've been doing courses in there for the different standards. And over the years, I have gotten better. I can tell you today, I am more confident than I have ever been when it comes to audits. because now I have an understanding. And not only that, but I'm using everything that's in those standards in my day-to-day. So when you're using it and you're proactive daily, it stays up here and you know exactly what is needed. So, and so far my audits have been clear. I have been doing very well. So.
Very nice, very nice. Very good to hear that. From the implementation guidance and the handholding that we provide, were you satisfied? Is there anything that needs an improvement, or Sunita touch point everywhere that's needed?
Sunita, she touches point everywhere. And I just love Sunita because she is so easy to work with. If I have any questions, she's very prompt. She gets back to me right away. Because we have actually an audit coming up in September, and there was something I was doing, but I had missed something. And she was like, Lisa, do you have this? So she's very on point with everything. Yeah, I don't want to lose Sunita. And that's one of the reasons we're bringing over 9001, because we had the option to go with the other company, but their style is so different, very different.
Yep.
So, and I love working with Sunita. I mean, she explains things. And if I go to her and I'll say, Sunita, I need more training, she'll tell me exactly where to go. So yeah, I'm not leaving Sunita as long as I'm with Sunita.
Wonderful, wonderful. That's great to hear. Great to hear about Sunita and her team. Have you worked with anyone else except Sunita and her team?
Well, I work with the support group. When there's issues in Confluence, I work with the support group, and they're really prompt in answering questions and getting fixes done. And when they need me, when they need anything from me, I mean, emails, it's just the correspondence is great. So I don't have a problem with support either. They've been very good.
Great. And you mentioned you use Confluence, which is our proprietary Sync QCS. How was your experience so far on that?
Oh my, it's been great. It's been great. At first in the beginning, because it's hosted on, I believe, your servers. So I'm so used to uploading everything in SharePoint. Well, we worked a way out now where we use our Dropbox and we tie in all our evidence to Dropbox. So it's great now. And now they even gave me admin. So if there's a document in there that needs to be changed due to, someone leaving or an update, and like our help desk system, I had to go in and change it all. And they gave me access to do that. So it was great. It was great. And she helps me. Sunita, she's a teacher. She doesn't just do things for you. So she'll show me. She'll say, Lisa, if you want to create this form, this is how you do it. And she'll walk through it with me. And that's good. So I don't have to call her every time to say, can you create this form for me? So she's really good.
That's our goal. Generally our goal is to create the system right the first time, train you enough, you, make you self-sufficient so that you are able to do your internal audit going forward if you have the bandwidth.
Exactly.
Being said that, were you able to perform your internal audit yourself the year 2 and so on?
Actually, yes. Well, we actually still do our internal audits with Sunita. Because everyone here is so busy, I have no one else.
Okay. That is
so I prefer to continue to do it with Sunita because she knows exactly what to look for to make sure I'm on top of my game. So, and I think that's going to remain that way because we're so small. We're so small that right now we're going to need Sunita. So.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, and at the end, what kind of results did you achieve in terms of certification, in terms of training? And in terms of not just the certificate in hand, but is there anything you would like to share in terms of the results you achieved working with us?
Well, when I went to training for the 20 and the 20K, when we had, it was like a 3-day course. It was long and taking in all that information. But once I took the test, I passed, so I'm competent. And again, that was like 3 years ago. So, I mean, I'm more competent and, confident than anything. When we sit in the audits, I'm the only one. The only time management gets involved is in the end when they have to have that little meeting and he has to ask them questions, but I handle everything, so.
Wonderful. Okay, and would you refer Sync Resource to other companies?
Oh, definitely. I tell you, if I were to leave CSE and go to another company and they wanted to implement ISO, I would definitely contact Sunita. I'm like, Sunita, okay, we need to start, I want to do the same thing we did for CSE and build, I would definitely, most definitely.
Wonderful, wonderful. I know you mentioned you're bringing in ISO 9001, you're 27,000 certified, 20,000 certified, CMMI, CMMC. I guess you are pretty much done with all the
Well,
ISO
actually,
and CMMI standards you can.
there were two other standards. I know there was one for cloud security. I'm not sure. I know that's a 27. I don't know if it's a 27,016 or 17. There's a couple that they asked me about that we want to try to get. Once we get the CMMI completed and out the way, I believe we're going to bring on two more. I know one is cloud security because we do have servers out in the cloud for our clients. So we want to be able to get certified in that as well. So.
Okay, wonderful. And one more question I think is, did you use your own external auditors, or we referred you to one? And
you guys refer us to an auditor, yes.
Okay, and you are happy with the auditor?
Oh, yes, I love working with the auditors because I know their style, they know my style, and it's gotten to the point where they know exactly where to go find my information. And I really don't want to start over with someone else because then I have to, well, this is over here, this is over here. I just give the auditor access to our Dropbox folder where he needs to go in and find, and he can find everything. And if all he does is, if he has questions, he will email me and say, Lisa, I didn't see this. Where is it located? And I may have named it something different and moved it to a different location. But other than that, I'm happy with the way we're going.
Very nice, very nice, very nice. Well, thank you very much for
our environment. It's nice when someone has been with you for years and they know your environment and the changes you make. So, yeah.
Well, very, very, very good to hear. Thanks a lot. I appreciate your time. Anything else you would want to share?
No, I love Sync Resource. I don't want Sunita to ever leave me. I would be heartbroken.
That's not going to happen. I can promise you that.
Okay.
But I appreciate it. Thanks a lot for this, for this testimonial. It will help us a lot, and it will help companies like you to, build up their systems. That's what we strive for. We strive for customer service, and we strive for, giving you the best and making the things right, so that you don't have a hard time for so many years to come.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. And it's good because I've come from another company who they had an in-house, I guess you would call them a quality manager that handled all the ISO stuff, but I didn't know what to do. I was never proactive in the things I was supposed to do. He would just come to me the day before and say, are you doing this, this, and this? And that was it. That was the most I ever had my hands in. And really looking at it now, I was supposed to have been more involved like I am now. So it's good. So I didn't have a good experience with someone they hired on the in-house. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, they just didn't have that experience. So working with Sunita, now I see the big picture. So it's great.
I guess they say that you assign the work to the experts, like we all do. When we have to deal with a plumbing issue, we get a plumber.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or we go to a doctor, however it is, right?
Yeah, but Sunita allows me to be a part of all facets of operations, even if it's not my stuff, it is something Chris Holtree has to do or Chris Stone. I'm aware of it and I'm involved in it. And that's what I love. So I'm not left out of the loop on anything, because if they're not available, I have to be the one to answer that question, so.
Very well. Yep. Very well. Very well. Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And let's continue talking about your future needs.
Okay, great. Thank you.